What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a chemical engineer. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 11 incredible sources of protein to boost your testosterone levels naturally. If this is your first time here, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel because it's going to teach you how to live a healthy, sustainable life through fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle decisions that you make in general, so that you can boost your testosterone levels naturally and feel like a beast of a man. So go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bells on too, so that you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. Now, before we get started, I just want to say that this list is not exactly all-encompassing. There are plenty of foods out there that boost testosterone levels, and these are just 11 of my favorite protein sources that I find myself eating very often. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. So number one on my list is Greek yogurt. So in the 20th century, Nobel Prize winner Elie Meshnikov realized that poor Bulgarian peasants live much longer than the average life expectancy because they consumed mainly yogurt. Now, whether or not yogurt was the only reason for this, that's unclear, but yogurt does contain prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes, as well as friendly bacteria that promote proper bacterial levels in your gut. And these bacteria support a healthy immune system and keep anabolic hormone production levels nice and high. Greek yogurt is also high in protein, and probiotic yogurt is specifically loaded with lots of bacterial cultures that support healthy digestion. Yogurt is also a great source of calcium, vitamin K2, choline, vitamin B12. Greek yogurt is personally a staple of my diet. I eat it just about almost every single day because it's high in protein. You don't have to do any food prep or cooking or anything to eat it. It tastes great. It's relatively low in calories if you opt for the non-fat or the low-fat stuff, and it does a great job filling you up. So you really can't ask for that much more in a good quality testosterone boosting food than Greek yogurt. Number two is cottage cheese. So cottage cheese is high in things like calcium, sodium, vitamin D, selenium, vitamin K2, vitamin B12, and all of these micronutrients are crucial for optimizing your hormone levels. So finding a good quality cottage cheese can be a little bit difficult because a lot of them contain a compound called carrageenan, which is a thickening agent used in a lot of food products to give the food a little bit more of a creamy and thick consistency. So I personally opt for the Good Culture brand. That's what's available in my local grocery store. But regardless of whatever you choose, the search is well worth it to find a good quality cottage cheese because of all the benefits it can provide. If you're not a big fan of the consistency, you can try throwing some fruit on there, like some pineapple or blueberries. My grandmother actually used to feed me cottage cheese with pineapple as a snack when I was a kid. So that combination kind of always takes me back to my childhood days when things were much simpler. Food number three is gelatin. So ancient civilizations would use pretty much every single part of their livestock to create food products, including their livers, their organs, muscle meats, the bones, their joints. Gelatin contains amino acids like proline and glycine, which are primarily proteins that build connective tissues and joints. So it's very good for your joints and your muscles as well. Most muscle meats don't contain high concentrations of proline and glycine. These amino acids play vital roles in maintaining muscle tissue health, which is why gelatin can effectively increase your testosterone levels, because building and maintaining healthy muscle tissue is one of the best ways that you can boost your testosterone levels naturally. So get yourself some gelatin. Food number four is bone broth. Now, bone broth is made by simmering animal bones in water for an extended period of time to release all of the amino acids in the connective tissues of the bones and the joints. Bone broth is a little bit easier to incorporate into your diet than gelatin because you can just buy it in a container and it's ready to drink right out of the container, just warm it up. And because it's a liquid protein, it's incredibly easy to to digest, and that's nice and easy on the digestive system. And like gelatin, bone broth is also rich in amino acids like proline and glycine, which help promote sleep also. So try drinking a cup of bone broth before you go to bed for a good night's sleep. And sleep is also super important in keeping your testosterone levels nice and high and healthy. Number 5 is free range eggs. So eggs are full of every single vitamin that you can imagine except for vitamin C, including vitamin K2. They are also rich in HDL cholesterol, choline, selenium, and zinc. Furthermore, the amino acid profile of eggs is near perfect for human consumption. So all of these characteristics of eggs, specifically in the egg yolk, make them a very ideal food for increasing your testosterone levels. Now, I highly recommend that you purchase your eggs from a natural source. The best option for you is going to be to buy your eggs from some kind of local farmer's market or something like that, to make sure that the farmers are raising the chickens well. The next best option is to choose the brown organic cage-free eggs in the grocery store, and you can actually see the quality difference in the yolk's shade. So if you want to do a little experiment, buy some conventional white eggs and buy some eggs at your local farmer's market, crack each of the eggs open, and compare the color of the egg yolk. The traditional white egg has a more yellowish shade to it, but the egg yolks that come from the chickens raised with more care have more of a warm, dark orange color to them, which is an indication of a richer nutrient density. Number 6 is grass-fed beef. So good quality grass-fed organic beef straight up tastes like candy. A fun little experiment you can do with this is to cook some up for your dog. Cook some conventional beef and some high quality grass-fed organic beef and see which one he or she eats first when you portion them out into 2 separate bowls. Once you put those bowls down on the floor at the same time, I promise you that your dog is going to go for the grass-fed organic beef first. Grass-fed beef is high in B vitamins, iron, zinc, magnesium, selenium, choline, and vitamin K2. All of these micronutrients are an absolute powerhouse for supporting nice and high and healthy testosterone levels. And again, with this, best case scenario is to buy your grass-fed beef locally so that you can ask the farmer how they raise the cows and what they feed them. But a decent second option is to just buy the grass-fed organic beef at the grocery store. It's not going to be perfect, but it's definitely much better than the conventionally grown stuff. Number 7 is hydrolyzed collagen. So collagen is the second most abundant compound in your entire body, second only to water, yet most people don't incorporate it into their diets. Collagen immensely aids in muscle recovery, skin health, and hair growth, which is kind of what it's more known for. Supplementing with collagen rather than whey protein supplies your body with enough collagen to maintain healthy skin, strong hair, and nice strong muscles. The reasons collagen optimizes your hormonal health is very similar to those mentioned for gelatin and bone broth. Again, with the whole amino acid profile, collagen is in fact the most abundant protein in your body, so get yourself some good quality collagen. Number 8 is free-range chicken. So chicken is a fantastic source of lean meat, especially chicken breast and chicken thighs. Chicken is rich in choline, zinc, HDL cholesterol. At least the fattier cuts of chicken have a good amount of cholesterol in it, as well as vitamin B6. However, the thing about chicken is that I encourage you to avoid eating it every single day, and just poultry in general, because it is high in the amino acids tryptophan and cysteine. These amino acids directly elevate serotonin levels, which inhibit optimal metabolic function. So the thing about serotonin is that it actually causes metabolic rates in bears to slow down when they hibernate. So their metabolic rates have to slow way down for them to preserve energy throughout hibernation. Otherwise, their bodies are just going to shut down on them because they'd quickly run out of energy. You're not a bear and you don't need to hibernate like they do, and it's very unlikely that you'll ever need to go through any kind of period of starvation, which your body absolutely is capable and fully equipped to handle. But why would you throw your body into a state of survival when you can eat and train and live in a manner that you can thrive in instead? So anyway, enough about the serotonin and the metabolic health and stuff. I do eat chicken several times per week. It is a great source of lean protein. It has plenty of nutrients in it. It's just not something I'd suggest you consume every single day because of those tryptophan levels. Number 9 is pork tenderloins. So pork tenderloins specifically are also an extremely lean source of protein. They're an excellent alternative to chicken if you want to avoid chicken's higher cysteine and tryptophan levels. Pork tenderloins also contain many of the micronutrients in beef, like the B vitamins, iron, zinc, selenium, and choline. But remember, always consider the source. I've personally found it quite challenging to find an organic source of pork tenderloins. However, since pork tenderloins are low in fat, many harmful hormones and estrogenic compounds that industrial farmers use in meats are not present in it because most of those synthetic compounds actually reside mainly in the animal fat of the meat. So because it is a leaner cut of meat, then there's not as many of those synthetic chemicals. So even if you opt for the conventional stuff, it's probably not all that bad. Number 10 is shrimp. So shrimp is high in vitamin E, zinc, copper, and selenium, and it's an excellent source of lean protein. Shrimp has practically no fat in it, so the bulk of all of the macronutrients is pure protein. There's not too much else to be said about shrimp besides that. I mean, just make sure you buy a good quality source of wild-caught shrimp. Check the ingredients on the label, especially if you buy a frozen package of shrimp, to make sure that there aren't any kind of nasty preservative chemicals in there. Last but not least, number 11, the king of all protein sources for boosting testosterone, oysters. Oysters contain high levels of iodine, vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, copper, selenium, and they also consist almost entirely of protein, and they even include rarer amino acids like D-aspartic acid. Steamed oysters are extremely low in calories, so that's how I'd recommend you do them. Either steam them or just throw them in the oven without anything. Usually winter time is the best time to buy local oysters. I personally wouldn't buy farmed ones because they're raised in these aqueous environments with a lot of high heavy metal concentrations that do accelerate their growth and whatnot, but those heavy metals do end up leaching into the oysters, and you don't want to be consuming that shit. So there you have it. Those are my 11 favorite protein sources to boost your testosterone levels naturally. Let me know what some of your favorite protein sources are to boost testosterone levels down in the comments below. I always love engaging with you guys, even if you think I'm full of crap. I mean, let me know. I'd love to engage with you and let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be posting videos like this every single week on nutrition tips, lifestyle tips, and fitness tips on how to boost your testosterone levels naturally so that you can feel like a freaking beast. So go ahead and subscribe. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate the support, and I do hope you got a lot out of it. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.